What up, everybody? My name is Nick. I'm back. Don't worry, guys. Joined once again by my co-host, Matt. Matt, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming by, stopping by, saying hello, bringing some pics. It's been a while.
The day in the life. It's been a while. How are you? How you
Retweets in?
feeling? I did get my retweets in. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Alive. Got my homeless beard going. It's rocking strong.
There you go. Is that like your Georgia playoff beard or something?
No, it's I haven't been in public in over a week beard.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So it's exciting. I absolutely hate this week, but we're gonna get in that too in a second because week 18 is just like you gotta think extra hard. I don't want to think extra hard. I just want to throw in some picks, fire off some units, and call it a day. But no, I gotta think about does this team care? Does this team care? Is this guy starting? Blah 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 blah. Whatever. What'd you do yesterday? You do anything?
I went to the Devils Rangers game, the best game I've ever been to in my entire life. Great atmosphere. It is good when both the Devils and the Rangers are both good. A lot of Rangers fans, lots of Devils fans, a lot of like mixed chants going on. We did the same thing going into MSG. They returned the favor coming back over here. So it was really good. Devils went down 3-1, came back, tied it, went to overtime. Nice little overtime winner. So it was a great game. I was definitely in Jack Hughes is stud. I was in a lot of Rangers fans' heads.
I'm gonna set you up real quick.
In my section. They definitely hated me. But it's okay. You're a Rangers fan. I used to be a Rangers fan, then my balls dropped.
Ayo.
And that's kind of the way it goes. But yeah, no, it was a good night and then or a good day. And then I went bowling that night. So I'm tired. Yeah. Eventful day. But we're here.
I fell asleep in the middle of that shit show of a game. I mean, the dumbest. The Jags shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have won. I didn't even watch all the game. I know they shouldn't have won. I did go back and see that they won on a defensive touchdown. But the fact that they kept trying to run the ball versus they had the worst passing defense and the second best rushing defense, and you decide just let's continue to run the ball and get 3rd and 7. Like, what are we doing? Like, you're trying to make a shorter third. No, just pass the fucking ball. It was so annoying. Yeah. It was so annoying. And then I remember it was Doug Peterson, and it was like, oh, it kind of makes sense. The guy's just off his rocker a little bit. But nonetheless, let's get right into it. There's so much to talk about. I mean, I don't even know how to like dive into this slate. Like, do we just talk about teams that don't matter right now?
Yeah.
Real quick. Let's just narrow it down.
I'll run through the teams that do matter in a way, just real quick. So there's a lot of uncertainty with people wondering who's got to play, who doesn't. Let me just run through real quick. There's only a few games that actually matter on the slate, realistically. So the Bills play the Patriots. The Patriots clinch a playoff berth if they win, or the Dolphins and the Steelers lose. So if they win, if they beat the Bills, they're in. Or the Dolphins can lose and the Steelers can lose and they'd sneak in. The Bills do not have anything to play for because of that unfortunate situation with the Bengals game, and obviously the more unfortunate situation with Damar Hamlin, who seems to be doing better. Prayers up to him. But that game did end in a tie, which gave the Chiefs basically a chance to win yesterday to secure the number 1 seed and the bye week, and the only bye. So now the Bills are kind of just sitting there, wondering what to do. I'd imagine they come out and play and kind of get some energy back. I can't imagine what those players are going through. So I don't really know what to expect in that game. So I'm just going to stay off of it. But that's the situation over there. The Dolphins need to win and the Patriots need to lose. So the Dolphins will try to beat the Jets today. And then the Steelers need to win, and the Dolphins and Patriots both need to lose. So the Steelers, Dolphins, and Patriots are all going to try to win. Whether or not they are successful with the other scenarios is going to be pretty much up to everybody else, but they're all going to try to win. And then going to the NFC, the Eagles clinch the number 1 seed and the bye week if they beat the Giants, or if the Cowboys and 49ers lose. I think the more realistic situation is that that they need to beat the Giants and they're in. The Giants aren't playing for anything. Their spot is basically secured. And then the Niners are good. the Niners clinch home field advantage in the number 1 seed if the Eagles lose and they win. And the Cowboys, it's kind of the same thing. They need to win, and the Eagles and Niners both need to lose to clinch home field advantage. But they do clinch the NFC East alone if they win and the Eagles lose. So I'd imagine they come out and try to win. And then, maybe late in the game, they'll pull starters if, it really doesn't matter if the Eagles are up like 30-5. And then the last kind of scenario is that the Seahawks, they clinch a playoff berth if they win and the Packers lose. So they play at 425. They're going to try to win their game against the Rams. And then hopefully the Lions beat the Packers. The weird thing in that is that if the Seahawks do win, the Lions technically do not have anything to play for against the Packers. But I'd imagine in division prime time with everything the Lions have gone through the season, they'll try to finish strong and still play. And the Packers obviously need to win and get in, where the Lions need to win and have the Seahawks lose. So we'll understand more about 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, but that's kind of the situation. Hopefully you kind of understood where I was going through with that. That was kind of hard to explain. But nonetheless, you got to play for us in one of these games that don't matter or do matter, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. Well, it's just one of those games that kind of pops off the page. Divisional rival.
Yeah.
Browns versus Steelers. It's under 40.5. It opened up at 40.5. I completely expected to go down to like 39, 38, so on and so forth. Nope, just stayed steady at 40.5. Really, I mean, it just screams under. We've done this before, especially in this division. Deshaun Watson, I still don't trust him whatsoever. Obviously, since TJ Watt's come back, they've really turned it over. I mean, as far as the defense for the Steelers, they're 6th in DVOA in the last 6 weeks, including top 3 against the pass. What they're really going to have to worry about, though, is obviously Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and that running offense, which is good as far as possession. I want them eating up that clock. I think both teams are going to try to gain possession and just ground and pound. Classic Browns, Steelers, Browns, Ravens, so on and so forth. This whole division, it's just
Grudge
smash
match.
mouth. You say something?
It'd be like a little grudge match.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw your mouth move, but nothing came out. So, it's just a smash mouth football game. If you love low scoring, running the ball, good defense game, this is the game for you. I just see it as a low scoring overall game. Defenses are improved. They're running the ball. I don't trust Deshaun Watson. I don't trust Kenny Pickett, and especially versus these defenses. Cleveland has nothing really to play for. So there is that. But yeah, I really like the under 40.5 here for this game. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the few things that kind of stood out. It was easy. It's so annoying right now. I'm trying to I want to do a couple things. I want to look at Falcons props for rushing. There's no Falcons props for that game at all. There's a bunch of stuff that's just not out whatsoever, and it's so annoying. But
what's interesting about this game is that Mike Tomlin has had 15 straight seasons of a winning record. This game determines whether or not that actually continues or not. They're 8-8. So a loss, they'll go 8-9. A win, they'll be 9-8. So
there you go.
There's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure in that locker room, I guess. Yikes. I would not want to ruin that.
Yeah, no, I just think at the end of the day, I just think it's a low scoring game. If it goes over, it goes over. I'll live with it. But this is just classic. Nothing's changed. Great defenses, run the ball, mediocre passing game. No offense is going to blow you out of the water. If anything, I'm scared for turnovers and short fields of possession. So it is what it is. But let's get over it. We knew this was coming. Yeah, we knew it was coming. Let's just, yeah.
Man, oh man, guys, come in, gather around. Even the birds outside, they're coming over my window right now. They're coming over my window right now. This is, if I had a mega goat whale lock of a kicker prop.
Oh God,
this is the guy. You know what? There was an argument when this guy was born. God sent a message down and said he wanted him to be named him. He said, he's him. And they didn't really understand what he was trying to say at the time. That kind of he's in his 30s. That was kind of before his time. So he didn't really get it. But he's him. That's his real name. The reason I love this play is obviously the Lions defense. It's not good. They lead. Not lead. They give up the third most extra points in the league. The Green Bay offense has been red hot. And basically the main reason for this play is that the over 2.5 team touchdowns for the Packers is minus 225, minus 200 in that range. And you give me plus 110 on just him to get extra points. I'll take that. I think they could score 4 touchdowns. And maybe 1 touchdown, they go for 2. I don't care. I think he'll make all 3 extra points. It's a big game. Mason Crosby, he cashed us this in the first half last week. So I'm just going to ride this Packers hot hand and just kind of keep going. Mason Crosby plus 110 for 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, him just kick 3 extra points. I'll take it every day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. And I'm with you as far as touchdowns, and that's why I usually don't do touchdowns, but I'm going to just do a little sprinkle here and do A.J. Dillon. He scored 6 touchdowns in the last 5 weeks. They're handing the ball in the red zone. He's getting those touches, and this is the perfect opportunity to continue that throughout. Things I thought about as well. Obviously, everybody's going to be on Jamal Williams. The best line I'm seeing is minus 130. He's 1 away from Barry Sanders' record. Don't hate that either. There's a huge discrepancy. Now, I found this at Caesars, and there's a huge discrepancy in the odds right now, especially if you go to DK. Do not go on DK for this game. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. I mean, it's serious. It's like highway robbery. It's minus 200 on DK for AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is like minus 110. I'm seeing pretty much everywhere but DK. It's just disgusting. Like, come on, that's just robbery. But I'll do a little sprinkle there. Half a unit on AJ Dillon to score an anytime touchdown, plus 130 on Caesars. Again, they're giving him the ball. He scored 6 touchdowns in the last 5 weeks. I do like Jamal Williams as well. I just think it's going to be super popular. And at minus 130 for a touchdown score, I'm not the biggest fan. I just prefer my touchdown scores to be plus money if we're really going to go for it. It's all situational, right? They could have, the Packers could have 7 touchdowns and they could all be 20-yard passes, and he never gets a touch or an opportunity in the red zone, and it is what it is. That's the sucky part about some of these touchdown scores, and that's why the odds are the way they are. But, got to go off what we're seeing and, get those red zone touches, and hopefully he gets a touchdown. It does suck that he has to kind of split with Aaron Jones because Aaron Jones can do the exact same thing, but they're giving the ball in the red zone, which is all I can ask for at the end of the day.
He's the goal line back, for sure.
As he should. He's massive.
He's 6 foot 247. It's a big boy.
Yeah,
he's a large man. I would not want to tackle that guy at all.
Yeah, 100%. There is another thing I kind of wanted to like tease, like the Ravens or Bengals game, but the fact that they're going to be seeing each other again is just like I don't even know what they're going to do in this game. So yeah, that's probably it for me as far as those 2 picks. I hate this week. I hate week 18. So much extra crap you got to think about, and whether teams act. This is the worst part. At the end of the day, like week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least teams give a fuck, no matter what. Like now I got to figure out whether teams care. It's just too much. And even if they do care, they might not care. J.K. Dobbins is out as well, and that's why another reason I didn't touch that game. But yeah, I know you gotta look. People are probably thinking, "Oh, Nick, what about Washington plus 7?" Shut up, bitch. I don't care. Don't care about that team. They can go fuck themselves. Bunch of idiots. Fire Dan Snyder, sell the team. Ron Rivera, dude, quit.
He might still think you guys can make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
dude, quit. I understand his point, but you can't look that stupid, you idiot. Like,
I mean, also you have to understand every situation though.
I'm just focused on winning. I got it, dude. But you don't look like an idiot when you get asked, "Oh, we got eliminated." Yeah, you read. Oh my god. All right. All
All
right. That
right,
was all.
I gotta play. I
That
gotta
was
play
like
on that game.
pestering for weeks. So
Cowboys first half -3.5, -130 over on FanDuel. I do worry about them the full game spread because I think if they see the Eagles again, like I said before, up 30 or up like 20, there's no reason to play their starters the entire game. But I do think they kind of play for this first half, and then it's kind of like assess the situation and go from there. Because if they're winning this first half and the Eagles are close and the Giants keep it close, then if they win and the Eagles lose, they can win the NFC East and possibly get a first round bye, but more importantly, host a game instead of going on the road to Tampa. Which just in general, I know Tampa's whatever, but you'd rather host a game. You'd rather make more money hosting games. So the team's going to want to win. Um, so I'm going to play the first half -3.5. I do think that that's kind of the situation that's going on. They may play them the full game, but I think the Cowboys just kind of dominate this first half. They kind of just sharpen their routes, their plays, kind of just take it as like a first half, game and then kind of just rest it the rest of the way if they need to. So they can win this, 14-10. I like that 3.5 number. Even a low scoring game like 7-3, like 21-17. Doubt that that's gonna be the first half score, but there's a lot of outs with that number. I don't think that the Commanders score a lot in this game. I don't. So I'd rather play the Cowboys first half. Someone said, "Would you rather play the first quarter money line, first half money line?" I don't hate that, but if the Commanders get the ball first and score, and then it's tied, I don't know if they tie the first quarter, does that lose? I'd assume that loses. I like that number, but you get -130 just to finish the first half. If it was anything higher than that, I'd say take that with those odds, but I'd rather just be safe in general because it could be 7-7 after one. All
gas me
right.
up, chat. Gas me up.
Oh my goodness. Yikes.
All right. Oh, what I was looking at was it was 4.5. So I do like the way you're talking as far as like 3-7. You get a lot more options with the -3.5. Oh my lord. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
This is a all right.
Nick blushing? Oh
So
my goodness.
blush. What the fuck? All right. What else we got?
That's it.
Can't
I
even
think that
focus.
comment makes us gotta get out of here. All right. We need a moderator from now on.
For real. Jesus. All right. Let's go right through it one more time before we get out of here. I have the Browns versus Steelers under 40.5. Classic defensive game, running the ball. Mason Crosby. Matt's taking Mason Crosby over 2.5 extra points plus 110. I'm taking AJ Dillon anytime touchdown score on Caesars, not DK. DK's odds are awful for this game. Plus 130, just a half unit because it is a touchdown score. And Matt is taking Cowboys first half -3.5. That's on FanDuel at -130. Bet responsibly. Boys, thanks for having me back. We'll have a special. We will have a special college football playoff episode tomorrow.
It's up to you.
That's up to you, Matt. That's up to you. We'll go see you guys in the morning, 9 a.m. Tomorrow's episode, college football. Your favorite. I can't even talk anymore after whatever happened a minute ago. Nonetheless, guys, have a great day. Bet responsibly. Make sure you're paying attention. It's a tricky, tricky week. You can get in traps, but have a great day.
Peace out, guys.